Good morning, y'all. I'm actually on my way right now, running late, to meet a friend for coffee. And I'm extremely late. So I will update y'all in a minute. Well, I'm absolutely exhausted today because once again, I didn't sleep last night. I managed to fall asleep on the couch downstairs while doing my last IV antibiotic, and I fell asleep doing it. So I didn't get good sleep, and then of course I woke up whenever Cameron was getting ready for work this morning, and then it took me forever to go back to sleep. Then of course my IV's alarm started going off again and I had to do more, and it's just a never-ending cycle of not sleeping and being exhausted and then not having time to force myself to rest even though I need to. So it was so good to just leave the house and go meet a friend for coffee for a couple hours. I needed that so badly. But what's cool about who I went to have lunch with is I actually met her a couple years ago at a CF event because her boyfriend, now husband, has CF. And we met there, and she started following me on social media and things like that. And from then until now, she actually has gotten a job at the foundation, which is really cool. But she's really involved in the community because of it. So we know a lot of the same people. So we're able to like sit and talk about people in the community and people like, especially in the Georgia, Atlanta area, and know who each other are talking about and be able to kind of like, I'm a gossip, so be able to gossip and voice my feelings on certain people and certain things that they say or post, and her actually know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about and have an opinion and know how her husband feels about the same thing. So it's just really cool because I don't have any other friends like that I can meet up with in person that I can do that with. But also, since she is a part of the foundation now, it's really cool to hear her side of things on like funding towards transplant and that whole process and triple combo and what she thinks is going to like what group of people she thinks is going to most benefit from it, and just talking about who in the Atlanta area, hey Winnie, who in the Atlanta area was on it, and realizing there are only 3 people who actually got the study drug, and realizing I know all 3 people and they've all been doing great. So being able to realize like, oh my gosh, these people aren't just less sick, they are improved from this medication that I'm going to be able to take. And her saying that the group that she thinks is going to be the most beneficial for is the group that I'm in, which is so stinking exciting. I can't even explain it. But also hearing how they're just putting so much more money towards transplant research and just all the exciting things. But then also being able just to talk about just like normal stuff like, hey, so how's your husband liking his new job? Oh, you're getting a new dog. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about my dog. Like, we're actually friends on a friend level, but then also just happen to have the same thing in common where we're able to, she's one person I can actually go to about this stuff, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about and has an actual opinion and knows the people I refer to, rather than just me being like, yeah, you know that girl that I told you about that lives here and she's doing this? Yeah, well, this happened. She knows these people. She's met them in person, where I've just kind of known them online, knows their story, sees the posts that I see, and is able to like have a conversation. And it's just really refreshing and really cool to be able to have. I really appreciate it. And I want to spend more time with her just like on a friend level. And we've been talking about finding a way to where we can do double dates, even though her husband has CF too, doing like outdoor double dates so we can kind of get away with it, because we really want our husbands to be able to meet each other. We think they get along really well, and I think that'd be really cool and really fun. And who doesn't want another friend to add to their list? She's also super social and does cool things all the time, and I'm always jealous. But then she'd also understand my limitations. So just all around, just great. Like, I don't see any like bad thing other than like possibly me and her husband getting too close to each other and getting each other sicker. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm raging right now. Yesterday, I talked about how inefficient the Chick-fil-A closest to our house was, but I went again today to give it another shot. I waited in line for like close to 30 minutes. They got my order wrong. They gave me the right receipt, the right sauces, but the wrong entree. So I'm just, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not just being high maintenance. They actually are the worst Chick-fil-A I've ever been to. Oh my God. Well, it's official. My doctors have officially agreed to let me extend my IV antibiotics for an extra week. And we're also going to next week check and make sure that I don't have C. diff again from all these antibiotics because I'm prone to getting it. But crazy thing, like I've actually been having a pretty good day health-wise. My only main issue is that I'm exhausted, but any person would be if they haven't been sleeping for the past week essentially, especially after last night, the past few nights just not getting much sleep. But other than being low on energy, like my cough has been a lot better. I've had better appetite. My temperature is the lowest it's been in the past week at 99.1. And I've only had one coughing attack today, but it didn't lead to throwing up. Like it was in the car and I just got up one plug and then I was good. Even doing my treatments, I didn't bring up as much stuff as I normally do. I didn't like have an uncontrollable coughing attack. It was, dare I say, I don't want to jinx myself, but I think I may like be slowly getting better and like seeing improvements. So after another week of antibiotics, I think I might be in the clear. I don't want to jinx myself and speak too soon, but with how I'm actually feeling lung-wise, like I can take a deep breath. I don't feel plugs. Well, deep is a relative term. A deep for me breath. Just I haven't been needing oxygen. My stats are good. I just can't complain other than being tired. And I was really hoping that I would get to take a nap, but someone is very stir crazy and needed to go outside to explore. So me being the decent dog mom that I am, was like, you know what, I'll suck it up and I'll go put you outside. Cameron left his phone at home today, so I can't even contact him to see when he's gonna get home. So I don't know if I'm gonna have time to take a nap before he gets home or not. And honestly, I feel like my brain's just kind of like, my energy is dead, but my brain's just kind of like zzz. So I doubt that I'll actually be able to fall asleep. But it's crazy because this morning I didn't have time to do my treatments before I went to coffee, and I still felt like I was exhausted, but I felt fine breathing wise. And it wasn't until after I left and got in my car that I had a coughing attack. But I managed to go until 2 p.m. before doing my breathing treatments, and I still felt okay. I'm really excited. You're happy?
I'm happy.
Guess what, guys? I'm making it out. We're having a date night.
We're going out to eat.
I'm actually I must actually be feeling decent.
We're going to actually go sit down, and other people are going to serve us food.
I'm not forcing him just to let us have fast food and eat it from home and not.
Fast food is cheaper, and we, really need to be saving money, but it's also Friday night, and we want to enjoy ourselves.
Let me celebrate.
We're celebrating life.
Feeling a little bit better.
Yeah. She's wearing a scrunchie. I'm wearing my fishing shirt that's a little wrinkled. So we're all excited.
I'm wearing real clothes,
Yeah.
y'all. Like, I'm wearing real clothes. Hold
This is
on.
a huge day.
Hold on. We're gonna
I
go.
like technology.
I'm gonna go get some Italian food. I'm actually wearing real clothes. I had to document, do a spin.
Ooh. Ah.
Still rocking
Ooh.
the IVs,
Ooh.
but showing
She's showing some skin. We're getting crazy at Carrabba's.
wild.
It's a wild night.
Date night tonight was a major success. I was able to feel good enough to where I was able to focus on just being present tonight with Cameron while we were like out at dinner, and then afterwards we just like drove around and listened to music and sang songs, like just happy-go-lucky. And it was just the first time I've been able to do that in probably the past month, to be honest. And I told him at dinner, I was like, I don't want to jinx anything and I want to knock on wood, but like I actually feel okay right now. Like, my biggest complaint was that I was tired and that my back was hurting from coughing, but I even told him, I'm like, this is the best I felt since before we went on our cruise with my family, and that was like probably close to a month ago, 3 weeks to a month ago. So before we moved into this house. I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm really hopeful right now. I'm really hopeful that we're on the upswing of things. And that after another week of antibiotics, that I'll actually be good to go for at least a little while. I don't expect much with my body, but at least for a little while. But I get to sleep in a little bit tomorrow morning because my home IV schedule got all messed up since they decided to extend my IV antibiotics. So they're not coming until, they haven't even told me when they're coming yet. So one of my antibiotics I'm completely done with, and the other one I have, I think, 4 more doses of, so that'll get me through tomorrow. But it's kind of to be determined on when those will resume. I assume tomorrow, but I don't know for sure. So luckily, the one that I'm out of is the one that keeps me up the latest and wakes me up the earliest because it's every 6 hours. So I get a little bit extra sleep tonight, which I'm really excited for. But thanks for watching my first week of my vlogs. This has been a really exciting journey. Really, just kind of crazy thing. I didn't know what to expect. Came into it with no expectations, thinking that no one would care, no one would watch. But I've been surprised by the amount of people that have watched and subscribed and liked and messaged me privately, just telling me that they're watching and what they think, and just a lot of overwhelming support and love, and I can't thank y'all enough. I'm not going to be posting for the next couple days. Just going to give myself a break after a full week of posting daily and just kind of try to enjoy my weekend with my husband and my family, because we're getting together this weekend, and I'll be back next week and I'll have an update for y'all. Till then, good night, y'all.